Come on, you can do better than that. Come on.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
How is it to be at Hellfest?
It's fucking amazing. I was just walking around. It's such a. I was taken aback by how fucking badass it is here. It's beautiful. Looks like a. And I heard there's a Lemmy statue with a piece of Lemmy inside, which is very close to my heart. I've stayed up many nights in a row with Lemmy, and that's nice to hear.
Welcome, guys. We have a first question over here.
Hi there, guys. I'm Joseph from Loud TV. Thank you very much for taking the time to meet with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. My question is, you cross paths with so many talented musicians over the years and have had plenty of guests on your releases. Have any of them had any enduring and ongoing impact on your process? If so, who has had the greatest impact?
Well, honestly, playing with Dave Grohl has been incredible because he's just so good, you know. And it's, I think, because it's very, you move at the speed of inspiration very quickly, and so things feel very possible, and that tends to have a lasting impact. But playing with guys like Mark Lanigan and Billy Gibbons, these people that have such an interesting voice, is incredible. Just because someone like Billy Gibbons is just very strange, a very unique, sort of gentle antenna. You feel like he could break at any moment, but by the same token, he is a one of a kind. And also guys like Trent Reznor, you know, the way he breaks machines, it's hard not to have an influence. You know, it's nice to be influenced by people. It feels good, so we've been very lucky in that way.
Hey guys, hey Joe, I'm here.
Hi.
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 I'm John from the Epic Band.
Hi.
Queen of the Stone Age acts and performances has gotten legendary and better every time, just like good fine wine. So I'm wondering, do you feel that there's a link between the camaraderie and the musicality on stage and the link that the band members might share outside of the stage?
I mean, I think us playing together for now 17 years, I think it inherently you build a closer bond musically, and also, I mean, at home we're hanging out together, we're vacationing together, so there's a personal bond as well as a musical bond that just keeps growing. So I think that's why for us it feels like we're getting better than ever, which is weird, but it's true.
Well, also, is it like, do you really have a desire to? We've left so much behind to come here, and I want it so bad. I want the show to be different tonight, so fucking bad. You know, I mean, if you leave everyone you love behind, you want it to just, I want to burn them, fucking Brandon, everybody, you know? And I want to see other bands. I love festivals because I get to watch other bands. I can't wait to go to the black metal tent and just fucking get shit-faced. Because I want to have my chance to be part of something. And it feels like the price to pay to be part of something, that entry price is a little blood, a little sweat, and to take a chance. Now, sometimes that means we're fucking awful, but that's the chance. I mean, sometimes you're fucking awful too. So.
Hi guys, I'm from Metal Talk in London. Thank you for taking the time to do this. I wanted to say that you're one of the only bands I know that really progress and keep making exciting album after album. As we keep going into 20 plus years. And I wanted to say that, do you have a gestation period for new music? And how has the way you've been writing music changed over your career? Do you let that baby come natural, or you yank that sucker out? That is me.
Do you yank that baby or let that baby come?
Exactly.
I've never heard it put that way, and that's very visual. I think, you know, probably for many of the bands here, it's very much a religious experience. As I said before, you know, the least oft done thing is for someone to make their 15th record their best record, and it seems natural that sometimes you copy yourself, or you try to be safe, or you cater too much to the fans instead of what's happening in your life, you know? But I think it would be so wonderful to be part of a group that the last record I make before I die would be the best one of all. And I think it's difficult to do that, and I think you have to be willing to lose your fans sometimes. You know, I always say if 15% of the people don't hate you, you suck, you know? And so I think you have to try to get addicted to the risk of trying to sound different, but trying to sound the same. And, you know, we don't always make that, but I think you try to make that. And, yeah, I suppose that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey Josh, this is Neil from the UK, from Total Rock. I just want to follow up on that point, if I may. Do you feel that you can take the music of Queen to the Stone Age in any direction at all? Or do you feel a sense of loyalty to the fans who expect a certain sound from Queen to the Stone Age?
Well, this is a very surreal experience right now, but that's a very good question. I think the fans that are loyal are the ones that expect the change. I started listening to GBH and Exploited and the Subhumans and Black Flag and the Misfits, and I still love Legacy of Brutality by the Misfits as much as I ever did. It's so hooky and good, and I almost like it for different reasons now, because I'm older and I can hear it in a different way. But I would think that someone that's into us would expect the change to happen, just because they've gotten older too, or you know. And you are writing about. I think if you just write about a snapshot in your life as it is occurring, then you should be okay. But I do expect at some point someone to knock on my door and start taking all the shit off the walls and saying this is over, you know? I think it'd be foolish not to think that this is a very temporary thing. And this is why I like to not know what's going to happen, and I like to risk my body. I like to risk my my mind too. Yes, Mr. President.
Hiya Josh, Eamon from Ireland here. For a long time I played guitar in a Queens and Stone Age tribute band. So I have to say, thanks for making my life...
It's fucking hard, isn't it?
It's fucking hard, thank you.
It's not black metal, but it's fucking hard. You know?
Yes, it's really hard. There's something visceral about something like Regular John. Then you move forward, you've got something as genteel as Like Clockwork. Then you've got My God is the Sun, which is just so different again. My question is, was there a grand plan, or did you, to become one of the biggest bands in the world, or did you just make it happen by choosing the right guys, by evolving with the times? I mean, there's other bands like, say, Fu Manchu, who are an amazing band, which have a similar style to the first Queen's album, but you guys have constantly evolved. Was there a plan?
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite bands in the world is a band called Ween, and they can play anything. And when they do play anything, you believe it because you know they believe it. And so I think it's just having faith in what you really love, and actually playing something that you truly love, even if the person next to you, you know, says, "Wow, that sounds terrible." You know, I think if you're going to have a good idea and you tell that idea to 20 people, 19 of them need to tell you it's a fucking awful idea, because otherwise it's an idea anyone could have, you know. And so perhaps it's in the marching to the beat of your own drummer and accepting that that might not work. And you know, I must say it's hard to actually come to grips with that some people would like that someone would like your music, you know. I think you get so trapped in playing it for yourself that even as far up the festival lineups as we have come, you know, I think there's still a lot of times when I walk out there thinking that no one will be there, you know. But I'd walk out there anyways because I played when no one was there before. And yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going with that.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amelia from Twin Musics. I'm going to ask you our signature question. So if you could have any band play one of your songs, which band would it be, which song would it be, and would it be in your style or their style?
Jesus. I didn't know it was going to be a math test, but I appreciate that. Well, actually, I think there's quite a few. I suppose at the moment I saw some childhood heroes of mine, the Descendants, play not too long ago, and so why not let it be them, and they can play. Let's see how they can figure out Regular John, you know. And I think I would never want anyone to try to play anything except the style that they have.
Awesome.
You know, Mike, do you have any thoughts about that? It's too hard. He doesn't want to fucking answer it. I like the idea that I can just pick. This is amazing. You. And you. You, sir, the handsome glasses guy.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
I'm Philippe from France. I'm going to ask you a simple question. I'm a big French fan. I don't really speak English, so it will be more simple than the former questions.
Yeah, right.
You do know that the Hellfest is probably the coolest festival in France right now. You do know that you are obviously probably the best band in the world. Also, how do you explain you never played here before?
I've heard about it for years, and I know it started as a lot of stoner rock stuff and a lot of black metal and things like that. And we talked about it for years, and we're dropping off our booze next one. So. I don't know. I don't know. I think oftentimes we're trying to go where we don't belong, and I think I personally have been obsessed with going where I'm not invited, and I always felt invited here, and I must say I just spent 40 minutes sort of wandering around, and I was asking myself the same fucking question: why haven't I played here? Why haven't we been here before? So maybe the answer is lunacy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your English is pretty fucking good, though.
Can I do just one more? Sorry.
Of course.
I saw you last year in the pop festival in France, Albi. You played just 1 hour because it was a best of, you had a small shot. And you said today you want to do something special, but you also have 1 hour. Are you going to play different songs that we are not waiting for, or do you have to do the very best?
Well, now I know I'm going to play Regular John, and so now I think, you know, there are some bands that perform a show and they play the same thing and they do the same thing, and in some cases they say the same thing in between songs, and I understand that exists. You know, it's just not something that we do, and because I would blow my brains out if it would, for me, that would make it a regular type job, and I think we just don't. That would be extremely difficult to do. So at least 40% every night is something else. And if there are songs that someone wants to hear, they need to go see us again. You know, I mean, you can't please everybody, but I do think that if we at least try to please ourselves a little too, that comes off. You know, gotta fucking hope it comes off. You know what I mean?
Hey, hello, I am Alejandro. I'm from Venezuela, but I work for in Spain and also in the United States.
España.
So really quick, this is kind of a philosophical question. It relates to music. Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme. Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme said.
Can we say that one more time?
Nuno Bettencourt, the guitar player from Extreme.
The guitar player of Extreme.
Yeah.
Yes.
Extreme,
Okay.
yes.
Sorry, I can't hear.
He said. Oh, sorry. He said better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he said once that he was talking about Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, and he said that he was impressed that he was always singing with his eyes closed, and he thought that's the reason for that is because artists make music for themselves, to heal themselves and to get people into their world. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's true, or do you think, you know, there are many kind of artists that do music for, you know, several reasons? I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I think Oscar Wilde said that be yourself because everyone else is taken. So I think that it's important to, it's taken me years to just figure out how to just be myself up there. And no matter if it's Hellfest or fucking Cherry Pop Fest, I don't know what, I just made that up, but I think no matter where we are, it can be difficult to be yourself. Mark Lanigan always used to sing with his eyes closed too, and I assume that was because he was being himself, so that's what I think.
Hi, Mark from France. Just have one question. You're all about collaborations, whatever the project you'll be working on. My question is just like, how does it start for you? The song for Queen of the Stone Age right now, like for the last album.
Well, I think the one thing is about our band is there are no rules. There's no one way to do it. But I think, I've learned a lot playing with Josh and him as our leaders to push and to take risks every time we go and write. We go to the studio, we play together, even on stage. So that's the one thing I've learned being in this band. And I think the next time we step in the studio or we do anything, we're gonna start there and think, what else haven't we done? What feels right now to us?
I always believe in moving at the speed of inspiration. So I don't care if it's on the beach walking or the windshield wipers in the car. I think things come when they should come, so being at the ready. I think a lot of times writing music is sort of like waiting by the phone for that thing to just call and say, "Where the fuck are you? I'm coming to pick you up." And so I think it's a bit more like being a butler to an idea than being in control of the idea.
Go with the flow, as we say.
Yeah, fucking it. And live what you say, and say what you live.
Hi guys, I asked your subreddit with the Stone Age the most requested question, and people wanted to know if there was any plan for a release of live records, given it's the end of this trilogy, and also because of some ads running in the UK and in Germany suggesting there are more things to come.
Well, I think we have different ideas. In a week's time or so, we're going to play in the Paris catacombs, and we'll be the first band to do so. And I've been working on it for 18 years, trying to get myself inside of this exalted place in Paris. And I think and it's completely live. I think, I'd like to take some of these ideas which are sort of ubiquitous, like a live record, and do something a little different with them, because I think with the way the internet is, people can see us play live so simply, on so many different ways, that I'd like to do something live that cannot be seen in a way that is not often done, and we release those versions, and let the fans control the rest. The fans can control the rest of how to see us live. Come see us play, watch it online. I don't care how baby takes his medicine, blown up the ass or down the throat. It's like, however you find our music and however you want to find it is fine for me. But I would like to try to do some of these ideas in a different way. So that's why I mentioned the catacombs.
Hi guys.
Hi.
This is Sarki from Mexico. It's a quick one. What is your opinion on the evolution of the music industry in the digital age?
I think it's very difficult to be a young band. It's very difficult more difficult than ever to ride around in a van and play 6 nights a week. It was hard before, and it's hard to play 4 nights a week. But I really feel and empathize for anyone that dares to take this on as a life, and dares to take this on as a journalist in this life. This is our crew of people, you and us, that are daring not to do some other job. And so I do feel the need to sort of stick together. I want to support other bands, but it's very difficult. And you can't do it for money, and you can't do it to be popular, because those things don't work. And it won't matter, and it won't last, you know? But the styles of music is just a pendulum, right? It's always one song away from saving one person's life and having another person hate you to death, and you're somewhere in between, you know? But it's a beautiful thing to risk your life to do this. And I don't mean risk it like, you know, death, but although we all will die young, you guys included, from choosing to do this. Not to bring the room down. I'll see you in Hellfest.
Hi, I'm Flo from Switzerland, Delira. Could be on your all-star musician list for a potential next desert session?
I have a very long list, but unfortunately, I feel like if I would ever say that, then it won't happen. You know, I'm very, there's so many great collaborations that seem so strange on paper. So it would be wonderful. I love strange chemistry like that, but I'm superstitious to say, because then it won't go, you know. But I certainly know there's a lot more to do. There's, you know, I mean, oftentimes it's nice to just witness other people play together and sort of fog up the window watching that. You know?
Hi Josh. Just Paul from Music, and just for you spoke earlier about your influences and the bands that really struck you. But for both of you, you know, I asked you at the Taylor.
Where?
At the Taylor Hawkins tribute in London. The pouring of love for the band, for the Foos that day, really must have been an incredible support for them, and through your times as bands. Have you been aware of that love that people have for you, and has that helped push you through the tough times?
I mean, we have made many friends along the way, a few enemies along the way. You know, I think now that it's been about 27 or 28 years, being here today, there's a lot of this lineup today that are people that we know, from the Foos to Corey Taylor to Rival Sons to, you know, Royal Blood, and, you know, Jenny Beth, our friend Jenny Beth from the Savages is here, and I think that support was amazing to watch that day at the Taylor tribute show. It's something perhaps only Dave could have done, but it's, I think the support I feel is from the amount of collaborations and things that I've been allowed to take part in, you know. I mean, I've been doing this now for 32 years, and so I think at this point I feel like appreciative of this thing, you know, this adventure.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
thanks to you
Appreciate
guys.
it.